there, LT Zeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Metroid Prime 3. In the last episode, we were doing, collectathoning, getting everything so that I could claim 100% on this game. Because, you know, if it's going to tell me where everything is, I might as well. And at the very least, this way I feel like I'm doing something that's related to a Metroidvania game. You know? Anyways, I'm really hoping that this actually is, like, the battery thing that I'm supposed to use for the other thing, but, like, that's what makes sense to me. I didn't love that I had to come back here again, but at least it only took me 6 minutes of just walking through rooms that I've already been in, because, oops, I did things in slightly the wrong order. Honestly, to me, that just kind of shows more than anything else how this game's worlds just flat out are not designed for this. They're not built to be backtracked through. Just inherently, they aren't. They don't have great shortcuts around, and every single one of them is just like a linear path with segments. Like, I feel like this almost was tacked on, in a sense. Or it gives me the impression that it was tacked on. And I don't like that impression. But there's only so much I could do about it. I mean, I could just flat out ignore all this if I really wanted to. But, like, at this point, like, I'm committed. And I am genuinely curious what the rest of the game, like, what these puzzles have in store. Because, like, this puzzle that I'm doing, I don't inherently mind or dislike, it's just how... It's just how awkward it is, because, like, you have to do it in this particular order, you have to go to these places in a particular order, and that's fine. But it's just so annoying to go to these areas because it's just a straight shot. There's nothing else there for it. Whatever. I got the battery. Battery's back. That, I assume, rotates you. Yes, that rotates you. Okay. Quite the puzzle for that, all things considered. It's weird to me, though, that, like, the game decided to, like, show the whole, like, rigmarole pathway thing, when I'm like, how do you even realize to do that without having come here and, like, thoroughly examined this room before? Oh! That was all for an energy cell? Why in the world would that all be for an energy cell? I was expecting an E-tank for that. I mean, yeah, sure, that's a weighty progression. Sure. But, like, in the same vein, it's like, that's so unnecessary considering how you get other energy cells. And I've already used all the energy cells I absolutely need. I don't know, maybe that will get me a E-tank when I use it. And that at least tells me, like, okay, I got the last energy cell I needed. So I got all of them now. It's just weird to me because, like, I was expecting that to be an E-tank. I really thought that was an E-tank. Whatever, I got it done. I'm not gonna complain much. That's just so much work, and it feels weird considering for the other energy cells, you either get them on the way, literally just there. That E-tank feels like a leftover from Prime 1 and 2. I'll say that outright. That feels like a leftover idea from other Prime games, because that does not fit this Prime game. That does not fit this Prime game whatsoever. I don't hate that it's a energy cell, honestly. It's just like, it's all the other energy cells were either super easy, or were like, oh, here's a quick little boss rush encounter thing. So, like, having to just do that whole puzzle that takes, like, 20 minutes of time and figuring out because, like, of how much backtracking you have to do, it just is, like, it's so weird to me that that's an energy cell. But okay, I'll take it. It just... Whatever. Alright, so... Now I got explosions that knock me backwards, apparently. So we got a whole bunch elsewheres to do. In Brio. For this episode, I should probably say, I'm going to try and clear out all of Brio. I tried to screw attack game, but I guess you really just want me to use this. Oh, right, there's that up there. I remember seeing that ages ago. How do I get that? Bonk my head on the ceiling. Can I jump on this? I doubt it. Nope. Here's something in here. I haven't checked this in a long time. Okay. I just never did that, I guess. I think I could have had this immediately, but I guess I just never went up there. Works for me! Alright, what's next? Something in this room, and something in this room. I keep forgetting that these guys can teleport, so I'm always just like, how the heck did you get there? There was nobody behind me. I feel like one thing that I was thinking about recently is I'm wondering what Prime 4 is going to be like and what it's going to bring to the table. For all I know, you guys will have seen stuff. I genuinely, sincerely doubt it. But you never know. Considering Prime 4 could come out this year, and right now I'm recording this February 7th. Okay, well there's that. I get there from over there. Okay. That's just a matter of knowing where to shoot icy stuff. But yeah, there's a Nintendo Direct tomorrow, actually, so whatever happens in that Direct, I'm not gonna know while recording this, obviously. But yeah, like, I've been wondering what Prime 4 could do, and I feel like there are definitely takeaways of what to do and what not to do from all 3 Prime games thus far. So I feel like there are interesting things, but I feel like one of the most intriguing elements... Oh, up there, I see. One of the most intriguing elements of this game, personally, were the extra characters and friends that you have. I feel like there could be an interesting dynamic that's, like, not quite explored by this game, per se. To, like, involve other characters slash friends and whatnot. How the heck did I just do this? I'm very confused. Ah! So I'm just thinking of what a new Prime game could do with, like, the idea of making friends and whatnot. So, like, my thoughts are either, like, you could either double down on the idea that, like, you make friends who then become villainous, evil characters that you have to later destroy as boss fights, which worked out pretty well in this game, but I feel like the issue with this game was that, like, all of them were friends for, like, an hour of gameplay, and then, like, the entire rest of the game just kind of had this obvious setup of, like, okay, now they're all gonna be evil and corrupted and whatnot, and it's like, I feel like you could take that and, like, make it more of a long, ongoing game thing, rather than, like, set it up for, like, a twist ending sort of deal or something like that, I don't know. Or, alternatively, I think the other way to get around that is have it so that the main character, or whatever, oh, Samus, what am I saying? Have it so that, like, what you have this character who's introduced, like, in a sort of, like, Dark Samus-y way, like, you don't like them, they don't like you, etc., but then, like, you beat them up or something, and as it turns out, then you actually become friends afterwards, and then, like, you start working together or something, or, like, you team up for the greater good, I don't know. Like, something like that. Like, there's the Psylux character from Metroid Prime Hunters is supposedly, like, a main character of Prime 4, that's what it's hinted at. So, like... So, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of validity to that idea, to the idea of Samus, for once, not being completely on her own. And there's also other ideas, like, imagine something like, you could have a lesser version of that. They don't necessarily need to be, like, a friend who really helps you out, but imagine something like, the Mantis Lords from Hollow Knight, where, if you aren't familiar with that game, there's an area called Mantis Village in that game, and when you get there, you've got, like, all these enemy mantises, and you're fighting them, and they're kind of annoying and really obnoxious, and, like, you infiltrate their village, grab Mantis Claw, and there's a wall cling power-up, and it's, like, really useful, but, like, really annoying area, and annoying enemies, and then you fight the boss of the area, the Mantis Lords, and you defeat them, and then it's like, okay, well, all the Mantises respect you now, so they're going to actually not attack you, and so, like, they just stop attacking you, and you can literally just walk right past them, and they bow to you, and it's, like, really cool, and, like, it's this element of, like, character progression in a sense that, like, it just really works for the area. And, like, imagine something like that in Metroid, where it's like, you have all these little creepy enemies, and then you fight a boss version of them, and then after that, then they suddenly stop, like, attacking you, and you can just walk past them. Because, like, these Metroid Prime games have had this annoying element of, like, they've had this annoying element of not being, the most... Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff I'm still missing here. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing 8 things, so that's 3 here. Oh, that's what I just selected. Everything from this area. Four things. Huh. So I'm missing 4 things in Pirate Place, which means I'm missing 4 things elsewhere. So that... I'm gonna need to go to the Gafflar system for that, I assume. Because I'm not seeing anything else on any other map. That's what I was doing while talking about all that friendship stuff. Was I was just seeing, like, did I miss any dots? And I didn't see any dots. So, I don't know. Either way, I do believe that's everything from Brio now. So, yeah, I don't know. These are just the thoughts that I'm thinking about, like, where, like, going through an alien planet, because, like, the worst thing about some of these Prime games has been, like, going through rooms where enemies respawn pretty easily and are annoying to deal with, and, like, you just don't want to... Like, imagine if, the boss area of this game, the boss of Brio, or one of the bosses of Brio, was this, like, big, like, Brionian dude. He was annoying. And, like, you could still have enemies like those guys around, but, like, imagine, like, the regular lizard dudes who just, like, okay, well, you beat our boss, and, like, we like you now, so we won't destroy you. Or it doesn't even necessarily need to be like, it could just be genuinely like they fear you, and so they don't want to attack you now because you killed their leader or something like that. Wait a second. Wait a second. Am I really... I don't think I'm done here. Hold on. There is one room in here that I've been constantly on the lookout for, or thinking about. What room is it? Where is that? The room with the little mech thing. I think it was over here. How is there nothing here? There's the guy on the ground who... I don't trust that. Hold the frickin' phone. Because I was thinking about that room. Nothing's on the map there, but I don't understand. There's a thing there that I could interact with. That I couldn't interact with because I didn't have Gandrada's ability at the time. But I have every ability, and there's nothing on the map there, but I don't trust that now. Is the map wrong? I don't like the implication that the map could be wrong. Okay. I don't like that they suddenly started doing this for everything, but whatever. Okay, so I did the U. What the heck do you do? Really? Okay, so... just fun for that. Yeah, well, I'm fully healed now, but, like... that is significantly awkward. That it's literally just for that. Those red phasite things are so weird. I don't care for it. Because it's just like, you get them. At least the map didn't lie. The map did not lie to me. There was no pickup there. I didn't understand why there wouldn't be, but now I do. Because it's dumb. Game. What the hell was that? Whatever, I'm just gonna meet you guys at... I'm not gonna go to Pirate Stronghold yet. I'm gonna go to the other place first. But yeah, like, those red guys, like, I don't get it. I don't get their deal. I get that they give you a little credits thing, but, like, they're not exciting things to fight. They're not incredibly rare. That's the first one that's even remotely a puzzle to find. I just don't get it. Why are they a big deal? Whatever. Actually, while I'm walking back, you know what else I really haven't really fully put into words is the frickin' ship missiles. I don't get them. I do not understand them. There's no reason for them. We don't attack anything in our ship. There's been nothing in our ship. Even if there is some sort of, like, dogfight in your ship later on, is that really worth giving us collectibles throughout the entire game about the ship missiles? Like, it just feels so arbitrary and pointless. And every time I get a ship missile, I'm just like, why? Why do I care? What's the point of this? It's nonsensical, and like, you want to have ship fighting? Cool. Have us fight Gore in his mech with his ship. He can, like, connect to the ship. That gotta work. He was, like, actually attacking the ship. If you wanted to have, like, ship things in the game, that would have been the perfect time to do so, but you didn't. So, like... and we're not even using our ship to go to the final area, so I'm sincerely doubting there's going to be any ship combat. So what is the point of ship missiles? I don't get it. It's just like, you put this effort into, like, making it so that you could have ship shields and ship missiles and whatnot, and it's like, why does it even matter? Like, make it clear to me why it matters. The only thing I can think of... like, this is the thing. Okay, so... it fires missiles. It will fly over an area and bombard the environment with missile attacks. What does this mean, though? Why does it matter if it can carry more than one? It hasn't even remotely come up at any point. Is it something you can do in, like, regular combat? I don't get it. It doesn't make any degree of sense to me. But whatever. I don't think it makes sense to just be able to do in every combat. Not even every area is frickin' available for that. There's... not every area is frickin' outside. I just don't get it. Let's just go finish up a Valhalla. I have every energy cell now. And this area doesn't have a item map, so, like... Okay, so there was, like, a thing on the bottom of this area, right? That I wasn't able to finish going through entirely. Yeah, right over here, there's 2 energy cells that I didn't put in. I'm trying. So I never went through here. So let's see what this is, and if there's going to be several things or not. Because I'm looking for 4 different things. I never did figure out what those codes were going to be for, if anything. So there's a door here. Maybe the codes can be used over here. Or maybe there's something on Narayan, all things considered. Alright, just rent 1 regular missile expansion, okay. That seems to be it, and this is the last hint. Just using the X-ray visor to help me, like... Because, you know, when you have the X-ray visor, you can, like... Anything that pops up red is like, oh, you're a secret. So, okay. So aside from the Metroids in this room, I don't think there's anything else. I'm just gonna completely ignore them, because last time they also kind of relatively ignored me. They did so enough for me to get through the room, at least. So that might change if I hang around doing nothing. Yeah, surprisingly you can just kind of walk through this room and not really bother with them. So I did get 1 power-up, but I am nervous that, like... I'm nervous about the amount of power-ups I have. Unless there's power pickups in, like, the last area of the game, which has never happened before. So I kind of don't trust it to happen now. This is the room with some of the weird spider ball track, right? Yeah, up there. You can kind of even see it on the map, almost. That it just kind of goes that direction. So this room I want to try to explore a little bit more, so I'll cut around and see if there is anything here. The annoying thing about this is that it doesn't even look like it has an entrance point at anywhere. Honestly, I have a feeling that it's probably just a leftover of when this was an area that you could, like, you know, this was a safe area place. I feel like it was probably just a leftover of that, because everything else in this map... I think the other thing is, they're probably not going to want to hide super deep secrets in this place because of how there isn't an item map for it. Okay, everybody can attack me in the middle of the cutscene. That's fine. Oh good, a ship missile upgrade that just gets launched into oblivion? Wait, is this gonna be the thing that I was literally just thinking about and trying to get into? Oh my god, it is. This is exactly it. Well, that explains that, I guess. I have 94 pickups out of 100. I'm missing 2. Because there's only 4 things on the Space Pirate Stronghold that I'm missing. I'm gonna go through this whole area again, just to be on the safe side. So I did a little bit of looking things up. I did not miss anything in the Valhalla. And while I didn't really pay any close attention to it, there doesn't appear to be any items on the final area. I also looked up what the heck the secret code is. It uses this thing, and it's very awkward. I need to put the numbers in... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... in the weirdest way possible.
こんにちは、任天堂の岩田です。社長って傍から見てるとどうかわかりませんが、実際結構大変なんですよ。忙しくて大変な時にどんどんやつれていくと人は同情してくれるんですが、私は忙しいと太る方なんで、太れば太るほどなんか何も感じてないんじゃないかって誤解されてるみたいで、非常に不本意です。
I don't know what that was. It was Japanese and not subtitled. Basically, I'm inputting these... you have to put them... because they gave me 4 or 5-digit codes, but you have to put them all in, like, the first number of each of the 4 sections, because it only takes 4 numbers. So, like, I put in 2751. Now I need to do 8, 3, 5, 4.
あ、聞こえます。宮本です。メトロイ
Miyamoto.
ド遊んでる人たち、聞こえますか？楽しいでしょう。
So this is Miyamoto?
僕もメトロイド関わり始めて何年もなりますけども、今度のは今までの中で最高でしょう。絶対最後まで遊んでみてね。じゃあね。
Don't know why this isn't subtitled. Why put this in the game and not subtitle it? I mean, it's cool to have, like, developer messages and stuff. Like, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just, like, I don't know what... I don't speak Japanese. This isn't... Made by Retro
皆
Studios.
さんこんにちは。任天堂の坂本です。メトロイドプライムシリーズ3部作の完結編、メトロイドプライム3コラプションいかがでしょうか。楽しんでいただいてますか。このシリーズ以外にもサムスのミッションはまだまだ続きます。期待して待っててください。ではこれからもメトロイドをよろしくお願いします。メトロイドおもろいと。
Okay, I think I heard that one say he was Mr. Sakamoto, who's like the Metroid guy. 1, 3, 8, 5.
皆さんこんにちは、プライムシリーズのプロデューサーの田辺です。今回はメトロイドプライムシリーズの完結編ということで、作らせていただいてますけど、楽しんでいただいてますでしょうか。レトロの人たちとね一緒にこれで足掛け5年以上仕事をしてさせていただいて、いいものができているんじゃないかと思ってます。プライムシリーズレトロとの仕事は、一旦これで完結しますけれども、プライムシリーズはまたこれからも、作っていこうと思ってますのでよろしくお願いします。
I didn't even recognize the name out of that, so I don't know. 3, 6, 4, 8 is the last one.
「メトロイドプライム3」をプレイしていただいている皆さんこんにちは。音楽を担当します山本健二です。メトロイドシリーズの開発が始まってですね、約20年以上が経つんですけれども、メトロイドプライム1、プライム2、そして今回のメトロイドプライム3では、よく耳を凝らして聴いていただきますと、ああこれはあの時のあの曲だとかそう思える、懐かしいメトロイドサウンドをですね発見していただけるような、制作を行っています。過去のメトロイドシリーズの面影を持ったサウンドを楽しみながら、プレイしていただくのも、また一つの楽しみ方かもしれません。それではメトロイドプライム3を楽しんでください。
Okay, I found the solution to that mystery. It didn't really change much, but whatever. I don't know where these other things are missing. I'm missing 6 pickups. Did I just miscount on the pirate place? I wouldn't put that past me. Ooh. Thank you, online internet. That's gotta be what it is. I'm so glad I was, like, trying to figure this out. Because, like, very clearly, like, I looked it up. There's nothing that I was missing in the end game. I looked that up flat out, just straight up. There's a couple rooms in the last planet. I didn't really read any of it. There's just on the Metroid wiki, there's a handy thing of like, okay, here's what items are in each room. So I just was like, oh, that's convenient. I'm just going to look at that section, and like I just kept looking at that, and I was like, okay, so like I just keep looking at that. I just keep looking at that, and there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. Okay, so then I looked at the list of rooms like that for the ship that doesn't have a map, that doesn't tell you where things are, and I'm like, okay, there's nothing here, because like there was plenty of items, but like I made sure to check every room and think, what? Okay, this room's that room, that room's that room. Oh, I was like, okay, I got that, I got that, I got that. So I was just like, where the hell am I missing? So I was like, if I get the last few things on the Space Pirates place, I'm gonna have 98 out of 100. Let me see if anyone else is having this issue. Metroid Prime 3, and so I Google Metroid Prime 3, 98 out of 100. What am I missing? The answer Brio fucking Ice is not on the goddamn map. The one area we went to get the screw attack is not on the map. And that's just kind of rude of it. I don't even remember how to get there aside from it being in this place. It's that direction. Yeah, it didn't even cross my mind that it's not anywhere on the map. You have to manually go there to even see it, which is really annoying when you think about it. I might have been able to... okay, let's be real. Had I been sitting around long enough, I probably would have figured that out on my own. Because, like, I wasn't going to just trust the game to not... Like... I wasn't just flat out trusting the game, is the thing. Like, I was like, it's not going to be at the end. I know that for sure. I had to have forgotten something. How do I get over there again? I don't know. Either way, I figured it out thanks to, like, somebody telling me, but, like, it's the kind of thing that, like, eventually I would, like, be like, okay, I got it. I had to have missed something. What did I miss? And then maybe I would have, like, gone over in my head, like, every little possible option. And this probably would have come eventually. So looking it up it sped up the process, but man, it was a necessary process. Because I would not have thought to come here for a while, and when I'm recording this, I'm just like, where do I go? My hands are hurting from using this thing for so long, and they're gonna keep hurting from, like, you know, if I keep needing to find stuff, whatever. Brio thing. There it is. 2 other things. God damn it. Like, why not just put a map version of this anywhere? Whatever. They're here. Figured it out. Thank you, person online. Didn't think I would ever have to come back here again, because, like, it didn't seem like there was anything here to begin with. So that's the other thing, is, like, it didn't feel like I left this place unchecked. Apparently there's something across from me, and there's something in that guy's face. Oh, I land on him, probably. Maybe he'll spawn me up there. It didn't spawn me up there. Okay, so this one... not that hard to get. All things considered, I probably should have had that from the beginning. This one... where even is it? Oh my god, the spider ball track! That's right, there was a spider ball track here. So the game absolutely fucking expects you to come back here at a way later point, and they didn't think to at least give you a goddamn map? This is, once again, a really awkward part of the game. Like, because, like, in any other situation, there's nothing wrong with this. It's a Metroid game. Of course it's going to want you to, like, go through other areas when you have, like, new power-ups and whatnot. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what Metroid Prime 3 is about. Metroid Prime 3 is a super linear experience. And it gives you the answers to everything. In terms of, like, at least where to go. So for a situation like this... for the very last energy tank of the game, it's like, I feel like, to fit on its own, it's not a problem. I'm not angry that, like, I have to come back here to, like, oh, do a thing. It's not even that hard to do. It's more so, like, this doesn't fit the rest of the game. Even more so than everything else, because it requires you to actually remember something about, like, where you're going. Because of, like, the way everything else works here. Yeah, if you just, like, land on the hand and then turn literally to the left. That one's really easy to get. Like, the game never has not required you to, like, remember anything, is the point. Because, like, thanks to, like, the maps and, like, the item things and everything else, and, like, the linear nature of the game does not ask you to remember anything about, like, environmental clues or tips or anything like that. So, like, needing to remember that there was a frickin' spider ball track in this one area that you can't even see a map for, it just feels so arbitrary. Even in terms of, like, going back through these areas and collecting stuff. It's just... This game wanted to be a Metroidvania, but, like, the rest of the game does not flow with it. Whatever. I've been recording for 1 hour and 17 minutes. Brio took a lot longer to complete than expected, and also, I just had a lot to figure out. So I'm going to clear up the Pirate Stronghold and probably start the last area in the next episode. I'm no longer concerned or worried anymore. So, ultimately, that's the point. So, thank you for watching this episode of Metroid Prime. Ulti complains about everything again. Although, once again, I really don't think it's unjustified. Especially because I'm not complaining that I have to do it or that I didn't realize it. I'm just saying it doesn't fit the rest of the game. It just doesn't. It doesn't fit. To me, it's a sign that, like, this game did not really wind up being what I feel like they wanted it to be. Things like that, they feel like they belong in Prime 1 or 2. There's plenty of, like, things like that in Prime 1 and 2 that I didn't do because I didn't have a map like this. But I don't know. Whatever. See you guys next time for more Metroid Prime 3. This might have been a very long episode. I don't know. I have thoughts on this game and they just keep wanting to come out, even if I've already said them before.